Hey guys, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here, and today we're actually talking about big tech because for the last month or so there has been a big push in media to talk about breaking up big tech. It's gotten to the point where Massachusetts Senator and 2020 presidential candidate for the US presidency, Elizabeth Warren, has come out and said it is time to break up big tech as well. Now, I find this to be very interesting because basically what a lot of people are invoking is essentially the monopoly rule. And if we are looking at this, we can actually find some examples of these large tech companies dominating fields that either didn't exist before or they have taken over fields so effectively that they are cornering the market in this. And so at what point do we say, you know what, this is too big, it needs to be broken up and all of this? Google got to the point where they were getting so large and bringing in so much different stuff that they decided to create a company called Alphabet and then silo every company that they had from A to Z, literally Alphabet, primarily, probably, well, I shouldn't say primarily, but probably to make sure that they are deflecting against charges of monopoly and being broken up. But we can look at two modern examples right now of companies that are absolutely dominating their fields, and then the question becomes, should we break them up? So, first things first, we can look at Facebook. Now, if we are looking at the top 10 social media platforms or apps being used across the world in terms of user count, we have a list, quite a bit, that Facebook owns. So the number one app, hands down, is Facebook at 2.32 billion users. They own WhatsApp at 1.6 billion. That's number 3 on the list. Number 4 on the list is Facebook Messenger at 1.3 billion. And they also own Instagram, which comes in at number 6 at 1 billion users. So basically, they have no natural competitors. When Mark Zuckerberg went in front of Congress in 2018, he was asked who your direct competition is, and he really didn't give an answer to that because he has competition, but it's competition for some aspects of his business, not a holistic solution like Facebook has offered. So Twitter would be a competitor in a very specific market, as would other social media platforms, but nobody really does what Facebook does, and they rule that industry fairly thoroughly. Moving on, we can also talk about Amazon. Amazon is becoming massive, and a recent Wall Street Journal article listed out some of the things that Amazon is doing. They're no longer a bookseller, primarily, and it is absolutely fascinating. So from the Wall Street Journal article, they made one-day shipping for tens of millions of items an industry standard. They are literally the global leader in cloud computing services through Amazon Web Services. They are massive there. They own Whole Foods grocery stores and are building a second chain of grocery stores. They have dove into facial recognition and are now selling it to law enforcement to help police department identify criminals. They are building their own air cargo fleet. They have $11 billion a year advertising business. They are working on a plan to give everybody on Earth internet from outer space. That's a whole satellite system they're building. They have always-on microphones. Those are the Amazon Echoes of the world, and at least 1 in 10 homes in the United States. They built an Oscar-winning film and television studio from scratch based on the Amazon Prime thing, and they are directly competing in various aspects of their business with, and this list is absolutely crazy, UPS, FedEx, Google, Facebook, Apple, Microsoft, IBM, the entire book publishing company, industry, Netflix, HBO, Disney, Walmart, Target, Costco, Kroger, CVS, Walgreens, and about a zillion different startups out there. And so when we are looking at these two utterly massive corporations, Amazon, which has a market cap of over $1 trillion now, the question becomes, is this sustainable in terms of allowing an Amazon or a Facebook in whatever their market, or any other company for that matter, but we're specifically focusing on tech, should they be allowed to stay in this current rate, consuming industries, buying over competitors in the specific verticals that they are taking over, because Amazon is in an absolute ton of verticals. Facebook, in terms of social media, has snapped up very specific aspects of the social media vertical, and they are clearly dominant, because if you combine all of that, together everything that they own based on user count, nobody comes anywhere near touching them, not YouTube or anything else. So it's absolutely crazy. So that's the question of the day. Should we be breaking up these big corporations, or, you know what, capitalism is a jungle, and let them compete and let them die as they see fit? I'll let you answer that one, but I thought this was rather interesting news of the day. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP. And as always, stay safe and stay online. Thanks, guys.